Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Peter. This is Tech Sovara. We're going to talk today about the business side of things. And we also have a name for our video games business. So let's get straight into it. So me and my brother have decided to go with a name that we had a few ideas, and we've decided to go with the Realm Lore. We have bought the website realmlore.co, so it's all full speed ahead there. Another thing that's come up is a partnership agreement. How do we work out the business details of what we're doing? So one important thing whenever you're working with other people, especially if you're building a product or you're starting a business, is to try and get your needs and try and get your expectations down on paper. It's important that all the parties involved in any venture are clear about who owns what, who's responsible for what, what is the outcome of, profit, how are they going to be distributed, etc., etc. There's a lot of things that you need to be clear about, so that in the future when you might make money or things don't go well, then at least you have that down on paper and you're all clear about how things should go. Also responsibilities, ownership, who there might be a negotiated middleman, how the business will be structured, how shares will be structured. All of these things, it's always great to have a document. Even if you're just making an indie game and you get it out there and you're working with other people, generally you'll find that you'll have different contracts that you sign. As an employee, you will 100% sign a different contract for whichever company you're working on. If you are interested in doing indie development, or you do development in your spare time, see if you can get some clauses in there that IP that you work on outside of your work hours with a company will be your own. I've heard of certain cases where people have worked on a game and they release it, and all of a sudden the company they work for basically went after them because they had a clause saying that you can't just go out and release your own products while you're working with us. So look, fair enough. There may be reasons for many different things, like the business may want you to work on things that are related to their products, and anything you might make could be based on the knowledge that you have from that company. So there are different things you want to negotiate when you start any kind of venture, employee, business, partnership. So definitely have a think about, again, what it is you want to get out of it, what you want to achieve, and especially when things go well. If you don't have it in writing, how things will be distributed, how the things are going to work, then you open yourself up for arguments because you haven't agreed up front. And then, you're going to stall the evolution and development of something that's really growing very quickly by not preparing for it before you start. So the business side of things is very important when it comes to anything, any kind of creative product. And many creative people say, well, I just want to create something, I want to build something, I want to code something. And in the past, I was very much like that. I didn't even think about it. But then at the end of the day, I got myself in some tough situations, and the only way I could do it was by relinquishing, some of the things that I'd built or done, and, start from scratch and learn those lessons and make sure not to get caught out when, in those kind of situations. So I won't go into the details about those past events, but suffice to say, it's taught me that if you want or expect something, get that in writing up front. And if you can agree, I guess, don't be too attached, just move on. So we have had a verbal agreement. Me and my brother are gonna have a written agreement put down. We're gonna sign it once we're both happy with it, and then we'll move forward from it. So guys, that's it. That's it for this week's update. We are going to slowly start building out tooling and designing the things, or writing the documents, and then build out the tooling for what we need. So the next video I want to put together is going to talk about how we're going to build the product in terms of processes and tooling and stuff like that. So I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Thanks for coming by. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.